Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nature's Radio. I'm your host, Dakota Morgan, coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona. Today, we're going to be talking about an education episode, actually. So, like I said at the beginning of Nature's Radio, we're going to have interviews, but then also some education, because by God, you guys need some fucking education out in the world when it comes to animals, exotic, domestic, and wildlife. Today, we're going to be talking about something personally close to home here, being an EAMT, one of the emergency animal medical technicians out at the Humane Society here in Arizona. So, basically, one thing we do deal with in our March Madness, it's not basketball, it's fucking kittens. So we deal with a lot, as you may hear jingling of my cat in the back. Hello, Pedro. Yes, he says, yes. So we deal with a lot of kittens during this time of year. And I think a lot of different other humane societies and rescues across. In case you guys haven't figured out, this is more of a domestic animal episode. So we deal with a lot of kittens, and it is called kidnapping, as we like to call it, when you prematurely take the kittens away from the cat mom. Now, I know you guys across the United States, possibly the world, are going to see kittens, and they're going to be like, oh, the mom has abandoned them within a couple hours. That can't be the case, okay? No, make sure you guys, before you call anybody, say one of us for a rescue or a pickup due to them being sick or injured, we'll get to that later. Anybody, or taking them away, give it a day, even 2 days before I would give it a day before you even start to think about calling. In 2 days, I would then call somebody to come pick up or possibly take them to a rescue. If there's no indication, no tracks, no movement of the kittens, nothing like that indicates that mom may have abandoned them, or she possibly passed due to other reasons. That could be a thing too. They could end up dead from a car accident or something along those lines. Sorry to be frank and honest, but if you haven't listened to the first episode of the show, you should, and then you see where the show's at. So kind of give it time is one of the first points here I want to make clear. Now, also kind of tying into that, why I do say that, the mom could be gone for a little bit of time. You may say, well, why is she gone? She's gone because she herself has to get food. Such as any animal that has newborns, the mother has to leave to get food herself, explore, defend territory, maybe mate again, who knows, whatever it might be along those lines there. Take a look at it and make sure she could be gone. She could be gone for any numerous reasons like that. Just don't prematurely judge for the mama cat. She's got shit she's got to do. She's got to eat, she's got to drink, she's got to make sure she has the milk supplements for her cats. Now, another thing, too, is try not to interact with them as much if you do see them outside your house or in your neighborhood or down the block in a storefront, whatever it might be. Also, because don't interact unless they are sick or injured. So that is when also it is a good time to interact, and only interact when these times is when they're sick and injured. You have discharge coming from the eyes, from the nose. Maybe one of them looks like something kind of broke a leg or a broken spine along those lines there, not really moving. But most of the time you will see a lot of discharge coming from the eyes and the nose. And if that's the case, then take them to a rescue or call around. This time of year is when a lot of people get pretty busy. This recording is in March, by the way. So take that in consideration too when looking for the kittens. Like, oh, they're abandoned, and oh, they're gonna need help. Not most of the time. Leave them be, because I do got to say as well, if you do take them away prematurely, then issues come along, because we do recommend, and every organization recommends, that you take the mom with them so then they can feed from the milk of her, because genetically it's a lot better for them and for the nutrient-wise to get it from their own mother rather than the artificial stuff. Believe it or not, it's almost like being healthy. So also, I do want to put this out there that those are a couple quick little things to think about before you take kittens away from whatever area they're in. And I know they may seem annoying to some people, or they may be, oh, they're in my way sort of ideas going on there. But listen, give them time. They're animals too. You wouldn't say it to a baby. Maybe you would. Maybe you're that much of a fucking asshole. I don't know. But take into consideration, they're babies, they're newborns. Give them some time, help them out. Maybe leave some food and water near them too, in order to help out mom so she doesn't have to go too far. That's an idea as well. But I'm putting this out there as a PSA for an education episode, even for the first fucking one on Nature's Radio, because shelters and organizations get a madhouse packed. There's only enough room and only enough staff members to do bottle baby feedings, folks. Take that into consideration. And next time you're like willy-nilly just moving them or taking them away and such. So always make sure you keep an eye on the animals for sick, injured, abandonment. But make sure you allow the allotted time. Make sure you look for the sicknesses or the injuries on the kittens before just calling in and willy-nilly, because you don't want to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it. You just walk right past. Ignore it. Mama cat will come back. Father cat will come back. Who knows? Because, folks, we do get filled up quickly here, and And boy, it's a madhouse this time of year. So hopefully this helped in you guys in learning a little bit here. As I said before, we cover all animals on Nature's Radio. So hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit of this and learned something. If you did, subscribe to the channel, or subscribe to the podcast, I should say. And wherever you're listening to the podcast, really, and leave a review. It helps us out greatly because we are a new podcast. I'm not new to the podcasting game, but new to the podcast. So if you guys do leave a review, helps us out greatly. Share the show. You know, that also helps as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a like. That also helps us out greatly too. Subscribe on there if you're watching on YouTube. And of course, as always, folks, you can catch the description box down below of wherever you're listening or watching for my social media handles. And yeah, still working on the outro of this show, but stay classy, everybody.